So this story gave me so much relief. What they found was, if you are in a room and someone gives you a cue of social rejection.
What does that look like?
Okay, so social rejection, eye roll, a sigh,
looking away.
Looking away, distancing behavior. When we pull our head back and when I angle my head back, I've just disengaged from you.
Crossing arms.
Sudden nonverbal rejection.
Is this turning feet also?
Yes. We can talk about feet. Yes. Okay, we can talk about feet.
Hands and feet. So, you know what's interesting? I look at the hands and feet all the time. I can't remember if I got this from you years ago.
This is me.
It's like looking at the hands and seeing, are they in the pocket? Are they not in the pocket?
Yes.
But go ahead, we'll get back to that.
Okay, so social rejection cues, and you know this. If you're in a business meeting and you suddenly feel like, am I disliked? He doesn't like this, she doesn't like this. When we see a cue of social rejection, our field of vision increases.
We see wider.
We literally see wider. Our pupils dilate, so we see more. The reason why that study was like a light bulb for me was our cues are affecting others' physiology. Our physiology can change in a room in an instant. If we walk into a meeting and we feel not liked, if we feel rejected, if we feel like we're being judged, our own physiology responds. So if we're in a room and we're not feeling confident or in control and someone sends us a cue of rejection, one, you want to know what those are because it makes your field of vision bigger so you can see who else is sending me a cue, what's my escape route. That's literally what your body's trying to do. Ups your adrenaline, ups your cortisol, and no one can think well. Adrenaline, cortisol. That's why in a meeting, it can go downhill so quickly.
Yeah.
You're in a presentation, you prepared all week, and then you're like, oh, he just rolled his eyes. Matthew Lieberman found, this is from UCLA, if you say, that was an eye roll, that was a scoff of exasperation, that was a contempt smirk, the moment you label it, your amygdala calms down. And you see fear, you will begin to feel afraid. Your amygdala begins to activate, and your body goes, well, if he's afraid, I better be afraid. But the moment you say in the fMRI, that's just fear, your amygdala stops responding.
Interesting.
So I think I've had a really hard time finding confidence. It's been a long lifetime journey. The way that I've sort of backdoored into confidence is control. If I can control the cues that are being sent to me, if I can control the cues I'm sending to others, it's a secret backdoor into confidence.
How do you control someone else's cues?
You label them and respond appropriately. So
you can't control how they act towards you, but you can control how you react to it, how you interpret it, how you transition afterwards.
Yes, like you can, first by labeling it, you just controlled your own physiology. So if someone sends you a contempt, an eye roll, you just took control. You took control back of, nope, I see it, I spot it, I'm disengaging it. The brain knows that when someone leans in, they're ready for action. Even when you lean in, like right now, try leaning in just 2 or 3 inches. It activates a part of your prefrontal cortex that is pre-action. When you're speaking, try leaning in on your most important points. This works on stage, in person, and on video. Tony, we hate a boring face. Even the greatest idea delivered with a boring face sounds more boring. We love facial expressiveness. It doesn't have to be positive. It can be smiles and surprise and delight. It also could be seriousness and negativity and pain and squinting your eyes. All of those things indicate to the other person that you feel passionate or engaged with what you're saying, and they should feel engaged as well.
Things that I just knew would happen in most small talk type of conversations is when you meet a girl for the first time, at some point you're gonna exchange names. And so one hack that I found was like, I call it the awkward silence destroyer sequence. It's because I would approach a girl and I would find that the same thing is like, I haven't even gotten this girl's name. And we've been talking for how long? That means like the conversation's got steam and it's not boring as fuck. And what I realized is like, oh shoot, if I can sense an awkward silence is coming up, why don't I just save that for the moment that I go, oh, by the way, what's your name? I'm Patrick.
Oh, that's genius. I love that. I'm totally stealing that.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Did you write that?
I did write this.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to read that immediately.
And so I approach her and like, for me, like, again, most people expect it to start off with small talk. So I almost use that to my advantage because I know if she's expecting it to go this way, then I know where I can interrupt patterns. And one of those moments is the awkward silence destroyer sequence. So I'll be honest, like maybe a minute in to this role play, awkward silence. So I could sense it coming up. I said, oh, by the way, what's your name or whatever. And then she told me her name. I shake her hand, break the touch barrier, tells me her name. I'll just be like, oh, by the way, my name is Patrick. And if you forget that shit in 5 minutes, I'm gonna be very disappointed or something like that.
Yeah.
Because now it's like a playful challenge to remember my name. And we didn't even go that very further than that in the banter session, because when I said that alone, just because it broke the norm of what she expected to happen, it was like so unexpected that she like broke character and started blushing, right? But then I'll even go a step further. The next time there's an awkward silence in the conversation, I'll say, oh, by the way, what's my name? And it's very relevant because I gave her that challenge.
There's a calm power in a man who doesn't chase, who doesn't beg, who doesn't try to impress. That's the stoic mindset, where your attention is earned, not given away. But the second you pick up your phone, you forget it. You see her name light up. You start typing fast, overthinking every word, waiting for her reply like your next breath depends on it. Men, you need to hear this. Every time you text from insecurity, you lose power. Every time you double text, chase validation, respond instantly like a loyal dog. You kill attraction slowly, silently, permanently. Not because you're a bad guy, but because you've been trained to believe your worth depends on her interest. And you've forgotten the truth your value isn't proven through a phone screen. Women feel it in how you move, how you lead, how you disappear, how you stay centered when she tries to knock you off balance. Most men don't lose the girl because they weren't good enough. They lose her because they texted like they had something to prove, and she felt it. You see, women don't just read your words. They read your emotional state. They read your neediness, your lack of purpose, your fear of losing her. Every emoji, every paragraph, every good morning text that screams, please like me. It's not about texting less. It's about texting like a man who doesn't need to text.
If someone is telling you something on a date and you are finding it not just interesting, but really attractive, maybe they're talking passionately about something that they care about, you see their eyes light up. You observe them as they're talking. Almost make it so that it's like you're listening to them, you are hearing them, but there's also a part of you that is clearly just observing them right now as an attractive human being. And when you do, rather than punctuating every point they make with, yeah, oh, wow, oh, okay, interesting, which is like, I think of flirting like this kind of, I don't know, what's the right way to say it? It's like a water balloon that's like being filled up and it's growing, the tension is growing. Every time like someone's talking, and you're like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, wow. Oh, cool. It's like you're popping the balloon.
Yeah.
Every time you just keep saying something or like punctuating what they say with a little remark, you're popping the balloon. And so it never actually builds up any tension. But if instead someone's telling you something and they start to notice you noticing them, you're not saying anything, you're looking at them and they can tell you're kind of also staring at them at the same time as listening to them. And you start to slow down and you really make eye contact while they're speaking. That can be a real form of flirting, but that requires you to slow down and be more present.
If they don't love me, then I must be fundamentally unlovable, is the twisted emotional alchemy of that non-logic, right? But what most people don't realize is that this pain can often be the key to unlocking a stronger, more resilient, and more emotionally healthy, quite frankly, version of yourself, not in spite of being rejected, but because of it. Rejection by a romantic partner, someone you loved and wanted more than anything else, for them to love you back. This kind of rejection after a breakup or a divorce can be absolutely devastating emotionally. But what most people don't realize is that this pain can often be the key to unlocking a stronger, more resilient, and more emotionally healthy, quite frankly, version of yourself, not in spite of being rejected and having to deal with this,